Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding $10,000 in your bank account. To many, this is the ultimate dream. Millions would immediately start shopping, booking dream vacations, and buying cars they've always wanted. But scale that thought experiment up. Millions of other Americans are waking up and having this exact same reaction at the same time. On day one, this influx of cash feels like a permanent, universal upgrade to everyone's standard of living. If everyone suddenly possesses more money, stores raise prices because demand has skyrocketed. Cars, houses, food, and even video games become more expensive almost overnight. We can run a 90-day simulation to investigate how and why this dream scenario collapses into an economic nightmare. Injecting money into an economic system without altering any other variables breaks the math of everyday life. By day 30, the initial euphoria has translated into aggressive, real-world purchasing behavior. This creates a demand shock, a sudden, massive spike in the desire to purchase goods across the entire population. This happens because sudden wealth lowers a buyer's price sensitivity. The cash feels free, making people less likely to scrutinize a price tag. Because of that lowered sensitivity, buyers happily outbid one another for luxury items they previously considered unaffordable. The danger stems from the simultaneous surge of millions attempting to buy the exact same goods at the exact same moment. While your digital bank balances change instantly, the physical world of factories, ports, and store shelves moves incredibly slowly. This is the reality of inelastic supply. Physical production systems cannot multiply houses or food overnight just because the numbers in a bank account went up. A tidal wave of newly funded consumers targets a fixed pool of physical inventory. When businesses realize their inventory will vanish instantly, they raise prices to match the new surge in demand. Rising prices act as a filter, eventually forcing enough buyers to drop out so that demand perfectly matches the low supply again. This rapid price increase serves as the system's mechanical rebalancing to prevent total inventory exhaustion. By day 90, the dust of the demand shock has settled. That $10,000 is still sitting in everyone's accounts. However, the baseline cost of living has risen to absorb the value of that new universal wealth. This illustrates purchasing power. True wealth is measured by the actual goods available to you, rather than the numerical amount of currency you hold. Injecting universal cash without creating more physical goods simply creates an illusion of wealth that evaporates into higher prices. Look back at that day one instinct to immediately spend the windfall. Participating in a mass spending spree actively destroys the value of the very money you just received. Now that the economic consequences are clear, you have to make a choice. Would you spend your $10,000 or save it? Comment yes or no. In macroeconomics, the behavior of the crowd ultimately dictates the reality for the individual.